welcome back to my channel. I have a bunch of makeup from Aveda. I wanted to do this makeup tutorial for quite a long time. For those of you who don't know, I do work for Aveda. This is not sponsored though. I did pay for all of these products by myself out of my own pocket. I was not asked to do this. I am doing this completely on my own. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of the customers that come into the store don't have a clue as to how to apply makeup, let alone getting familiar with more of the natural makeup. Tends to be confusing and a little bit more of a learning curve because the ingredients are different than what we're used to. So I wanted to make this video to reference to people that they can go and see how to apply it. I'm using very basic steps, very easy to follow. I'm talking through everything that I'm doing just so you have a really good idea as far as how to use the products, what to expect, how to do some simple looks and things like that. Before I get started with this tutorial, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Aveda in case you don't know much about the company. Aveda is probably the first, definitely the leading company when it comes to making sure that all the products that are in our hair care, body care, makeup are natural, organic, and cruelty-free. This company is extremely concerned about the environment, has a very small carbon footprint, creates all of their products using wind power, recycles everything, uses recyclables to create their packaging. It is an amazing company. The mission statement is phenomenal, which is why I work there and why I wanted to do this video.
Hey guys, I'm going to do a couple different foundation looks for you today. The first one I am going to do is for those of us who have dry skin or those of us who want very light coverage. I'm going to be taking the Aveda Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the color 01 Aspen, and I'm going to take the Sedona lace brush that I'm using here and just lightly apply that all over my face. The next thing I'm going to do is take the Aveda concealer and put that underneath my eyes to cover up my dark circles. You can also use this to cover up any blemishes or dark spots, acne scars, and the beautiful thing about this product is that it builds nicely. You can add a layer after layer and it looks really, really beautiful. What I'm doing with my brush is making sure I'm using patting motions. That's going to create the most coverage because if you're wiping the brush against your skin, it's just going to end up moving the product around instead of really placing it where it needs to go. To set everything in place, I'm going to be taking the loose powder. It's a translucent powder from Aveda. It's beautiful. It's going to maintain the luminosity that the tinted moisturizer provides, and it just keeps everything really smooth and just beautiful on the skin. Alright guys, this is the first foundation look using the tinted moisturizer and the translucent setting powder. Now, before I go on to the second foundation look, which is a full coverage look, I am going to make sure that my skin is nice and moisturized. And for that, I'm going to be taking Aveda's Tourmaline cream. It is one of my favorite products ever from Aveda. It is beautiful. It adds a nice luminosity to the skin as well as hydrate it really well. For my foundation, for a full coverage look, I'm going to be taking Aveda's Dual Foundation in the color Cream. I will be taking the same Sedona lace brush that I used earlier. So I'm going to take this brush and just pat it into the color and then swipe it across my face just in really smooth fluid motions. And that's going to provide very full coverage. I don't even need concealer with this product. That is how full coverage this is. If you do want to use concealer, just put it on before you put this product on. Here's the difference between one side of my face and the other. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side. For my bronzer, I will be taking Brazilian Sun Uruku bronzer from Aveda. I will be swirling it around with my brush and applying it to my cheeks, my forehead, basically all of the areas that the sun would naturally hit my face. By adding bronzer to your face, it just makes your face look a lot more lively. Foundation tends to wash out your color and it takes away all of the natural dimensions that happen on your face, which is caused from the sun, and it really adds like a nice flush and healthy glow to your skin. To add a nice contour, the cool thing about these bronzers is that you have a lighter side and a darker side. I'm going to be taking my brush and just grabbing some from the darker side and using that to contour the hollows of my cheeks, the sides of my nose, basically anywhere that I want to add a little bit more depth and definition. If you're not sure where to contour on your cheeks, it's right underneath your cheekbone. Imagine a line that comes from the top of your ear to the side of your mouth. And that is the line that you want to contour. Also, when you're contouring, make sure you don't take the color or pull the color too far down to your mouth. You also want to make sure that you blend it very, very well. If you accidentally put too much of the contour color on, just go over it with a foundation or a powder and just blend it out. If you want to contour your nose, just follow the natural lines that go from the point of your eyebrow down to your nose. And then if you want to make your nose look a little bit shorter, contour underneath your nose as well. To make your lips look fuller, take a little bit contour underneath your bottom lip. And if you want to chisel out your jawline, just run a little bit of the contour along the bottom of your jawline. For blush, I'm going to be using Hibiscus along with my angled brush from Artistry. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the blush at a time. We want to start with a little bit and build up gradually. And I'm placing it above my contour. And I'm not just concentrating it on the apples of my cheeks because I really want to accentuate my cheekbones and really lift that whole area. To highlight my face, I'm taking Illumination, which is a single eyeshadow color, and I'm going to place it above my blush. This is going to really help your cheekbones stand out. It is going to draw light to that area, so basically you're putting it on top of your cheekbone. I'm also going to take the highlight down the center of my nose and place it on my Cupid's bow. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be taking the Color Options Eyeshadow Transformer. This is a liquid product. You only need a drop at a time. And what this does is this can be a primer. It can turn your eyeshadows into liquid liners. It can also turn them into cream eyeshadows. It is fantastic. So I'm going to be using it as a primer today. And what that's going to do is it's going to help keep your eyeshadow from creasing. It's going to help the color look more vibrant, and it's going to help it stay on your lid longer throughout the day. Go ahead and apply this all over your lid and a little bit below your eye, wherever you're going to have eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the eyeshadow trio, which is Copper Haze. The eyeshadow trios are really great because they were designed to be really easy to use. Most generally, you take the lightest shade of the colors and you place that all over your lid. You take the middle color and you put it all over your eyelid, like the lower part of your eyelid or on your crease. And then the darkest color you put on the outer corner of your eye towards like your outer V. You can always do something very different with these colors, but a lot of companies create this kind of pattern with their eyeshadows, like trios and quads, so that it shows you what to do with them. You know, when you take it home and you forgot what you're supposed to do, that's the general rule, and you can never really go wrong with that. So here I'm taking the lightest shade and putting it all over my eyelid. And I'm using a medium-sized shader brush to do that. And again, I will have all of the products that I'm using listed on my blog. Just go ahead and click the description box below and you'll see a link right there. Now I'm taking the middle shade with a small shader brush and I'm going to place that on the bottom eyelid all over. And then I'm also going to bring it up a little bit into my crease. I'm also going to run that color underneath as well, below my lower lash line. Taking a fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Blending is great because it gets rid of any harsh lines and it makes your makeup look so beautiful and flawless. Now I'm going to take the darkest shade with a really small smudger brush and I'm going to etch out my outer V with it. I like to take a little bit of color at a time and gradually build it up. But with darker colors, you want to do this because if you put too much of a darker color on, and that makes it difficult to blend out or even to fix. I'm also going to lightly blend it with this brush as I'm packing on the color. However, I'm going to be taking the fluffy brush at the end and make sure to blend it out and get rid of any harsh edges. I also like to take the darker color on the bottom of my eye, which is what I'm doing right here, and connecting it to the top. It just looks really beautiful that way. And now you're going to see me blend out the eyeshadow. For my eyeliner, I'm going to be taking Aveda's Black Orchid Eye Definer Pencil. and I'm going to go ahead and draw a little bit of a line underneath my lower lash line, and I like to concentrate it on the outer corner because it adds a shadow and helps my eyes look bigger. I have smaller eyes, and if you do too, the trick is to do a thin line if you're going to line your entire top lid. So I'm going to do a thin line starting out from the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm going to gradually connect it to the outer corner. And at the outer edge of my eye, I'm going to draw a wing, and that will also help open up my eyes, and I also like the way that wing eyeliner looks. This specific eyeliner look looks great on every eye shape. A nice little trick is to pull your eyes slightly taut. That will help you draw a nice straight line when you're doing your eyeliner. Just don't pull too far or too tight because that will potentially give you eye wrinkles. Aveda doesn't have their own eyelash curler, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my CoverGirl eyelash curler. So I didn't actually do my eyebrows in this tutorial, but I wanted to tell you that in order to do your eyebrows using Aveda products, what we typically use are our eye definers, so our eyeliner pencils, or our eyeshadows. And we get beautiful results using these products just like you would as a specifically marketed eyebrow product. For mascara, I'm going to be using Black Forest Mosscara. Now, if you want natural looking eyelashes, this is the mascara for you. You will love this product. It's so beautiful. It works great. One of the things that I like to do is wiggle the brush back and forth and really focus it at the root of your eyelashes. If you do that, you're going to build up volume and get a nice even application as the products, the wiggling is going to help deposit as well as pull through each strand of eyelash. I will be using 3 layers of this mascara today because I like volume. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 layers of this, let it dry, and then I'm going to curl my eyelashes with the heated eyelash curler. I'm going to take the same color that we used to highlight our cheekbones, which is Illumination. It's an eyeshadow. I'll be using that to put in my inner tear duct area, which is going to brighten up my eyes, make them look more awake and fresh. I'm also going to use this as my eyebrow highlight. When you add a highlight to your eyebrow, it lifts your eyebrows. If you have more mature eyelids, make sure you use more of a matte highlight instead of a shimmery one. For my lipstick today, I'm going to use a very beautiful, vibrant color. The color that I'm using is Goji Berry. And there you have it. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have Aveda products and you weren't exactly sure how to use them, I really do hope that this gives you more of an idea. If you have any questions, just definitely let me know. Give me a comment, like this video, send me a message, whatever it is that you want to do. I would be more than happy to talk to you more about that or even do more videos showing you how to use them. So yeah, thanks again. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. I love you all very much. Have beautiful days, beautiful evenings, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.